Hello. Music in this game is so good. All right.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout.
What does that mean?
Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
I'm getting embarrassed by proxy. You want to talk like a human being?
I'd give you a stern admonition, but your bluntness suggests that you aren't with the hotel staff.
That's a good
This
guess.
is curious indeed. Who are you? How did you get in here?
Name's Alex Hawthorne. I'm a ship's captain.
And yet you found your way to my humble hotel room. Why do I feel there's more of a reason for you to be here than you let on?
Because there probably is more of a reason for me to be here than I'm letting on.
Cheeky little sprat. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
I'm not here for an autograph. I'm here to ask you some questions.
Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me back when I started.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Pain. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Well, you better. So I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I spoke to Burbage. He told me you upgraded him.
I did indeed. With Halcyon Helen parading her fame about, I was left without an acting partner.
Without an
Burbage
acting
is
partner.
no exception. His acting protocols were nothing short of a joke. So I decided to make some modifications, installing him with some of my old serial quotes as, I think, improved his range. The way he bungled about with that weapon of his hardly befitted a dissident, so I modified it as well. He's much quicker on the draw now, though he's still a machine.
So a machine would be faster. I've got my eye on you with that.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
I hear you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop.
Can you think of anyone other than the chef who would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
So why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
Half of it. According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Right. Helen wasn't killed by poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
That's all I wanted to know for now.
Very well, then.
I'd like to ask you about the murder.
Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if
Sure.
I may. How was it that Bellamy met N?
Why are you curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Got anyone who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
You were meditating?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing.
I see.
Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
Sure, sure. How long have you worked with this prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks.
Okay.
I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
Okay. My other questions.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Did you know Helen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way. Unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Must not have been too flattering, always starring alongside a younger actress.
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
All right. Speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
All right.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
So who are you exactly?
I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
No, never heard of you.
That can't be. You must just not remember. Or perhaps you only recognize my characters, not my name. Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus?
Nope.
And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent.
Busker of Byzantium.
I think that's a bit of a stretch, don't you? If you're going to come after me, I expect evidence. Unless you want to be smacked with litigation. Smacked!
I don't think there actually is.
Must I? But I
Nope. Goodbye. Okay. Alright, so that's everybody here. I'm assuming that's the elevator.
What floor would you like to visit?
Penthouse.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Inspector?
Nope, never mind.
What floor would you
Pretty sure I actually did that. No, I won't provide you with the hammer. Okay.
What floor?
Continuing on. To the chef.
The brochure never meant it.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later.
I'm here to investigate Halcyon Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean...
Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Mm-hmm. Helen's honestly was poisoned.
Oh. Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food.
Okay.
Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Alibi's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything.
Okay.
Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport.
Okay. Why are we being so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
If you tell me the truth, I might be more inclined to believe the rest of what you say.
Well, I suppose that's as good a point as any I've heard. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have
So
been
you were
somewhat less
drunk.
than coherent after preparing Helen's
No bueno,
meal.
senora. Any idea where I can find the bellhop?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself.
What was Spencer doing down here in the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person.
So he's just...
While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell... If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most...
That's all I wanted to know about. Guess we'll see if you're telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
I will. Let's go over to the spaceport.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Can't you see my face?
Adjusting to powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
Okay. Let's start over there. Ow.
I see that I'm not having
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
New area. Yay.
Here they come.
Don't you frown at me!
Oh, that's exciting. So, as far as my weapons go, this actually is my strongest weapon. This does more damage per hit. Okay.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Peril spaceport.
Interesting. Pretty sure I'm not going to need that out. To the spaceport.
I don't like.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground don't like that much.
If you had anything to do with Sublight, you'd have started shooting about 12 words ago.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
Safety's on.
No, it isn't. Oh, forgot to put the clip in. There we go. Listen, I could still take you. Don't question my competence.
You're not really Slug, are you? It's okay. You can tell me.
Woolly piss. Why'd we decide to do this? Hey, any chance we could reschedule? Yeah, maybe do this whole showdown business? Never?
Sure. Get out of here.
You don't need to tell us twice. Come on, all. Let's get the hell out of here.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones.
Okay, hold on
Please
just a second.
speak
I'm gonna
clearly
actually switch my
into
network
this
for it.
unit's recording instruments.
Okay, we should be back. Yeah, we're back. I need to acquire the Grand Colonial Kitchen security footage from your archive.
All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable?
Well, still, I need to examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership with interest at a later date. Delivering footage. Thank you for your patronage. If you would like a wine recommendation to pair with that footage, please submit the requisite request forms. Is there any other assistance this unit may provide?
Your designation is Deputy Wine Taster. What are you doing in the constabulary?
Error. Unit designation no longer wine taster. Unit designation now deputy.
So, why does it still say I'm dropping frames? Do your wine tasting instruments double as weapons or something?
While potential lethality of unit instrumentation bears towards 95% violent utilization of equipment, would void unit warranty. All Rizzo's constabularies must include at least one deputy constable among the pool of available Rizzo's employee candidates. This unit was considered the most competent.
Used to be wine tasting mechanical. What's your favorite wine?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste.
Okay, alright.
How may this unit be of service to you?
Did you say something about a sprat infestation?
Checking logs. Error. Informational limitations found. 2. Reciting limitation 1. Do not tell users about constabulary sprat infestation. We do not need to pay the health inspector's bribe a third time. Limitation 2. Do not read informational limitations aloud, especially not to any of those void-damned snot-nosed guests, or I'll have you sold for parts.
Okay, goodbye.
If I made a bet with you at the Copper Bottom last night, let's call it off now. I can't stand the taste of life sprats. Excuse me, can you walk a little quieter? Feels like my brain is trying to escape through my eye sockets.
I'm a criminal, get it? They don't let me talk to law-abiding sorts.
Okay. So 69, 121.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrap Heap. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Peril. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keene has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
These are small wounds. Look like she was shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
I noticed some casings on the ground. Ammunition?
These casings are too minuscule for conventional small caliber firearms. Each casing resembles a lancing needle used for medical and surgical purposes.
Medical. Amplifier scanner, blood for toxins.
High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
Potassium chloride, that would have stopped her heart.
These substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death.
Amplifier, make a note. Find whoever did this and make them pay.
Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during moments of emotional strain. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
Let's look around.
Reminds me of a rose. Just a bit.
Hello. Welcome to Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Standard unremarkable, you said. Maybe you should invest in an advertising seminar.
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal, like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops, forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
Let me see what you got. Being interesting weapon-wise. No armor. Nope. Yeah, okay, 50,000 bits. Nice. This way?
Hey, you. Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
Actually, the Unreliable is my ship.
Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, and I know you ain't him. You want to try again?
I'm Alex Hawthorne. Sorry to tell you, but Hawthorne is dead. The ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
Maybe. I'm listening.
I run an outfit for the moving of less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
I'm in. What do you need me to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
Recognize this voice. Yeah, they don't have it. And this was never updated. to see if I can see the credits for this. Sounds good. How will she know I'm working with you?
Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase. I like boneless spratwurst. Say that.
But I don't like boneless bratwurst.
Look, nobody does. That's why it's a good passphrase.
Alright, sounds good. I'll
Be
get going.
seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
It's one of those things that's gonna bother me. What's this?
Buy
a waiver. Subway salvage and shipping underground is not responsible for any damage incurred by you. Well, Slug is not guaranteed the condition of his unit or any amenities therein. Slug does not guarantee that this unit is vermin-free. The corpses of any vermin killed by the user, intentionally or otherwise, are property of Slug. Removal of said corpses will be met with a fine of no less than 1,000 bits. Yeah, why not? Green light pours from the hole in the wall. It's sickly warmth, and the way it makes your hair stand on end seems to be radiation of some kind. It's likely that the space between the inner and outer walls of not just his biobunk, but all of these biobunks is radioactive, rendering them all extremely dangerous for prolonged use. So much for moderate luxury. Interesting.
You ever wondered what happened if you walked off the edge of Eridanos?
No, not really. I didn't open this.
Hey, pal. Over here. Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time?
Yes,
Maybe you're
I will
interested
kill
in
you.
something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
Kick? Better than beer?
Bold claim, I know. But I wouldn't lie to you, friend.
Beer?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural
Okay.
substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Really?
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternatives do you
What do
sell?
I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend.
That's not a thing.
You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence. Best kept secret in the business. And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
Okay. Okay, slug worker identity cartridge. Good to have, good to have. Multipass. My question is, why is nobody in any of these? Other than, you know, they're radioactive. And does that really make people not want to spend time in them? They're just a little, just a little radioactive, right? Security. What we got here? Wait for docking procedures to finish, including the ship capping, wiring their docking fee. Greet the captain of the dock ship and request their docking fee. If repeat visitor, charge double the docking fee. Retrieve cargo manifest. Charge a flat percentile-based tariff on each piece of cargo. Charge double if captain was surly. If captain complains for any reason, call slug fixers. Offer cargo insurance for 5,000 bit fee. If the captain declines, notify slug fixers to rearrange their cargo later. Retrieve loading mechanisms to move cargo to shipyard. Open and inspect cargo. Anything mentioned in cargo manifest, including stowaway, vermin, or additional cargo, in parts of 2,000 bit fine per pound of cargo. If no additional unmentioned cargo found, plant your own. It's funny. Plain water.
I saw that! What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all. You have a name.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
Got a couple questions for you.
If it meant I could ignore my work,
Got a couple
I'd like you to
questions
talk to me
for you.
about
Blah.
sprat reproductive practices. Ask away.
How do you manage a shipping yard?
This terminal makes it pretty easy to match a ship's cargo to its manifest. If it ain't on the terminal, then it's someone else's problem.
What's so bad about managing a bunch of cargo?
Nothing. I just hate working.
Okay, that's all.
Figured it wouldn't last. Anything else?
See ya. Maybe up to 105. Awfully hot.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Great work.
Don't know what I'm supposed to be not doing here, but I'm definitely not here. Okay, that... No, I'm not getting up there, am I? What was the last thing I just picked up? It's not this way.